The consumption tab deserves a bit of extra attention. It is one of the most useful parts of PVsell. When you first come to this section, you'll only see the new and load options. The image below shows the screen once you've got a consumption profile loaded. Now, the library of consumption profiles is one of the most powerful parts of PVsell. We provide you with a starter kit of consumption profiles for common industry types and household occupancy patterns. As you use PVsell, you can add to your library of consumption profiles by uploading your customer's data. In this way, even if you don't have metering data for a particular customer, you might be able to use a consumption profile for a similar customer, and PVsell makes it easy for you to make coarse and fine adjustments to the consumption profiles to tailor them to individual customers if you need. Now, this screen will look different depending on what type of consumption profile you've loaded. In PVsell, there are two types of consumption profile: metering data and working non-working data. Metering data is great for when you have interval metering data for a particular customer for an entire year. This provides the most accurate assessment possible. But often your customer won't have interval metering data, or you may wish to avoid the customer growing cold while they wait for the network operator to provide metering data. In this case, you can use working non-working data. This is more easy to adjust than the meter data type. Let's look at the working non-working display screen by first loading a project in, and I'll also point out the differences in appearance when you've loaded metering data. Firstly, you see charts of the average consumption profile for each month of the year to the left and each weekday on the right. These charts give you a suggestion as to what a suitable size PV system might be. Here, you'll need to keep it under 24 kilowatts to keep from exporting in most circumstances, but indeed you'll have to keep it under, it is 10.95 kilowatts to avoid exporting on the weekend mornings. With working non-working consumption types, you have the ability to make coarse adjustments by selecting the number of days per week that the business operates. For any consumption profile, you can also scale the consumption data to match your customer's overall consumption as listed on their bill. For example, you may not have interval metering data for a customer, but you've loaded in a working, non-working consumption profile for a similar customer, so you need to scale your customer's data to match the total consumption of your new customer. Let's now have a look at more fine-tuned adjustments to the working, non-working consumption profiles by pressing the Edit button.